Hi everyone. So today we will discuss about the CDN. So what is the full form of the CDN? Is Content Delivery Network. What is the definition? So a CDN is a globally distributed network of the server. Alright. For example, so there are multiple server present into the world across all the regions. So there are multiple server present inside the globe, right? So that is the network. So what is the use of that network? So for example, so in day-to-day life we are watching the movie, right? The other use cases we are downloading some software. We are browsing we are browsing some website. So what is our expectation? So our expectation is we want the we want lag free experience, right? We need the fastest content reach to our mobile, right? So that is why cdn cdn is comes into the play, right? So that is the what is cdn. Now second is how cdn work. So for example, this is our original server, right? Where our actual website content is present, for example html css file or any image or any static content. So all of the things initially present inside the original server. Now this is the cdn. So this network we can say cdn. So there are lots of server, but for example I have taken 5 server, right? So that is the cdn. Now so any request, for example I have one user here, right? User one. So whenever user one request any content from this original server, then CDN will redirect it to the nearest possible server. So user one is nearest to this server. Now if user 2 is present here, right? Now CDN will redirect this user to the nearest server, right? So what is the advantage of it? So user can get the content with lower latency. So if the latency is lower, so user can like see any content or get any content in very less time, right? So that is the advantage. Now how CDN work? For example, user one is requested for example abc.jpg, which is initially present into the original server. Now this all are the edge server, for example e1, e2, e3, e4, e5. So all the server we can say that is the edge server, right? So edge server first check that abc.jpg is present inside this e3 server. If not, then it will fetch it from the original server, right? It will go to the original server and it will ask for the abc.jpg and it will return to the user.1, correct? Now if user 3 again ask for the abc.jpg to the same server e3, now it will not go to the original server, it will directly fetch the content from its e3 cache server and it will give it to the user 3, right? So in that way uh, we can take the advantage of the bandwidth as well, right? So main server, we can reduce the main server bandwidth usage, right? So in that way the CDN is work. Now like this is the way like how CDN work. Now let's see how what is the popular CDN provider present uh, in currently present, right? So the Cloudflare, Akamai, AWS CloudFront, these are all big giant CDN provider are currently present, right? Now, for example, we have one server. Now, if we have to implement the CDN, so what is the process to implement that? So let's see. So first of all, we have to uh, go to the any CDN provider, for example, Cloudflare, Akamai, or AWS CloudFront, and we have to sign up to that CDN, right? Now we have to provide the content that we needs to catch to the CDN server. So mostly we have to provide the URL. For example, we have to catch one image, right? So we have to like specify the URL of that image to the CDN server, right? Then the third step is we have to update the DNS. So we have to update the DNS of the original server. So if initially any users comes to that original server, so it will directly redirect to the CDN server, right? So third step is update DNS. Now the fourth step is cache invalidation. So for example, if some content is cached over E3 server, now the actual content is this is copied content, right? So actual content is present here. So if any content will modify here, so that needs to be updated here as well, right? So that is called the cache invalidation. So we have to configure some cache invalidation configuration into the CDN configuration. So mostly they will provide some REST API. So we have to call that REST API to invalidate that content, or uh, also they are providing uh, manual way to invalidate the content as well into the their site configuration, right? And the last thing is we have to monitor and optimize the performance. So we have to the CDN provide also the some dashboard, so where we can see like how many we hit the cache, right? So how many content is delivered through the edge server. So we can we can see all the metrics over that dashboard, right? So based on that dashboard we can fine tune some CDN configuration and optimize the performance, right? Now, like what is the real use cases where we have to where the currently CDN may be helpful. So for example, e-commerce platform, right? So if in the e-commerce platform, if we have a large number of product image, then we can use the CDN for the product image, right? So it will reduce our website loading time to the user. The second thing is media and entertainment. For example, if you are watching any movie, so it will be obviously coming through the any of the CDN provider. Otherwise, it will be a very mess, and we can feel uh, very low experiences while watching the movie. The third is software distribution. For example, if we are downloading any software or if we are installing any application, right? So in that case as well, CDN is underused, right? Yeah, so that is the actually a CDN. So that I wanted, that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you feel that my video is helpful or knowledgeful, so then keep subscribe me and like my channel and like my video. Thank you. Bye.